Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and you are watching VSense. So on today's video, we are talking about a fragrance by the House of Bulgari. As you have seen by the title, we are reviewing a fragrance from the Le Gemme's collection. So this collection, just so I get it clear, it has two different lines itself. So it has the women's line and the men's line. I have seen that quite a bit of women do wear fragrances from this line as well. One of those being Tigar, which is the more popular fragrance in this range itself. And I've seen quite a bit of women wear it. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, fragrance is subjective to what you want and what you want to smell like. So this is my first unboxing here. The other two fragrances that I have reviewed from this range are Garanat, which is garnet, and Ambreo, which is translated into amber. This is Empyr. I think I'm saying that right. And the translation for this is pyrite. So pyrite is essentially fool's gold, and I have a pyrite stone here. So this is what this is supposed to take inspiration by or from. Very beautiful stone itself. And what do you think when you smell this? You kind of get, a sense of exoticness. And since it is fool's gold, you're going to get a fake luxury aspect to it, maybe. I don't know. The price point for this fragrance is $370 US. And just really quick, the bottle itself is only 100 mils, so you're getting a 3.4 ounce bottle. You'll see once I unbox it that it's quite clunky. I have other fragrances that are actually bigger in size, at least mils speaking. So I have, for example, the Celine fragrances, which come in a 6.8 ounce bottle. I have Dior ones that come in 8.6 ounce bottles, and this one itself is just the same size as those, except it only holds 100 mils, which this is the only size it comes in. It's a little bit ridiculous. It's kind of overpriced if you ask me. But Bulgari has seen some success with this actual range. So, hey, what do you do? So this is what the box looks like. It is a gold type cover on top of the black box. You can see the black box on the side. You do get a Bulgari logo here. You do get the Bulgari logo as well as the name of the fragrance and the size. And at the bottom, you do get the information as to what ingredients are in the product, where it was manufactured, the badge code, the barcode, all that good stuff that no one cares about unless you're like really into that type of stuff. Yeah. And here is the box itself. So it is a black, very light cardboard box. This is nice because you're able to recycle it, I suppose. It doesn't seem like it has any like plastic coating on it itself, but it's very light. It's not the most, appealing box for the price point that you're paying here. And here is the bottle. As I've said, the fragrance itself is inspired by pyrite, which is this gemstone here. This is obviously cut in the shape of a heart. They do not all come in this size or shape. But long story short, here is the top. This is how you are able to determine what fragrance you're picking up to spray. So if you have multiples of these, you're going to have to memorize what this is here because they do not put the name on the bottle itself. So there's no place here where you can see the name of the fragrance unless you flip it over and look at the bottom. So this fragrance is actually more expensive than a Louis Vuitton fragrance. It is more expensive than a Celine fragrance because, like I said, this bottle itself is $370 US for 100 mils or 3.4 fluid ounces. In comparison, the Louis Vuitton smaller size, which is 100 mils or 3.4 fluid ounces, as well as a Celine, you'd be paying 300 with Louis Vuitton and 280 with Celine. So quite a bit of a markup there. So when taking the lid off, like I said, it's a very beautiful lid overall. It's supposed to represent pyrite. Very heavy. I'm not too sure if that's actual pyrite in there. I hardly doubt it that they're going to put, these gemstones that are quite pricey in here. But it could be, it could be very wrong. This does look like it's a plastic coating and it might be some kind of paper in there, giving you that illusion or a very thin slice of the actual gemstone itself. And then you do get your bottle. Like I said, it says Le Gemme there. Just so you do know, all of these bottles are actually designed and manufactured to be refillable. So if you twist this, you can actually take out the sprayer here, which is really nice if you're trying to, make a decant for yourself. So if you're trying to make a pocket spray or anything like that, and you have a pipette, You can stick the pipette in there and take out some fragrance, put it on your purse spray or pocket spray, and call it a day. The only thing that's confusing about that is I'm not sure if Bulgari even offers a service for you to go and bring your bottle and get it refilled like Louis Vuitton does. If that is the case, I'm not aware of it. I don't think that's the case. But definitely let me know in the comments if you know that they do that, because I would love to know what their pricing is and if it's worth it in the long term to get one of these. This fragrance was launched in 2021. The perfumer for this is Jacques Cavalier, which is the in-house perfumer for Louis Vuitton. He's created most of these fragrances, and I will say that he is very much present in his style, or his style is very much present in this fragrance. You can definitely tell that it was him that created this. Notes on this fragrance are benzoin, sandalwood, orange, and ginger. So this is what Jacques Cavalier does very well. So he will grab some very generic type notes. So in the case of, for example, Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton, there are some very basic notes. You have bergamot, ginger, you have orange, and he seems to be able to make these fairly generic notes into very great big masterpieces. And he's done that with this. So you are not able to tell that this fragrance actually has just these notes. I'm sure that there is some musk in here, that there is some ambroxan in here, that there is some bergamot in here, that there are other sharp citric notes in here, because this fragrance is fairly sharp. It is citric. It's very much in line with other fragrances like Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel. It is like Dylan Blue, Nautica Voyage, Tommy Bahama's fragrance, the one that comes in the orange bottle. But this fragrance itself, like I said, has the likability of all of those fragrances. So it's not going to be one-to-one like a Sauvage or a Bleu de Chanel. It's probably going to smell a little bit more in line with like a Nautica Voyage. What I mean by that is it's going to have the sea aquaticness of a fragrance, so the blue aspect, but it's also going to have a very different undertone to it. So although it has the same aspect that that fragrance has in it, it will have its own unique factor, and that's what brings in the price point here. So the sandalwood in here really creates a nice element of depth into the fragrance. It also adds some creaminess into it. The benzoin and the ginger in this fragrance are obviously the star of the show, because they tend to, really come out and give you that tart, sharp contrast to the citric note, which is orange in here. But like I said, there's also bergamot in this fragrance, because you cannot create this fragrance without bergamot. It's just my opinion. It smells very much like Calabrian bergamot in here. You also get some other notes, like I said. Ambroxan is very much in here, because you do get that metallic type smell in this fragrance that you would get like in a Sauvage. But it's done very well. It's done extremely well. And typically whenever they use ambroxan, they typically mix it with Calabrian bergamot or caramelized Calabrian bergamot. And that's the type of note you're kind of getting in here. Both of these are not listed on the fragrance description at all, but I can definitely see them being in here. I could be wrong, that could just be me, but you do get that likability of this fragrance. So what I mean by it smelling like Nautica Voyage or all of these other fragrances is that it has the blue factor to it. It has the clean factor to it. It has a universal likability to it that all of those fragrances have. So I would say if you like, for example, Tigar from this collection, you will also like this one. And I would actually go as far to say that this one's a little bit more unique than Tigar. Tigar is a little bit becoming like Baccarat Rouge, where everyone and their mom is starting to wear the fragrance. Does it mean it's a bad fragrance? No. But do you want to smell like everyone else? Probably not either. So I definitely recommend this fragrance, just so you do know durability is pretty good on it. I would say that it does become a skin scent with time. So on average, you're going to get anywhere from 5 to 6 hours of wear time with this. But like I said, it does become more of a skin scent. That is very much a giveaway that this is very strong on citric notes. And there's only one citric note listed on here. So definitely let me know what your guys' thoughts on this fragrance are down below. Have you tried this fragrance? Are you willing to try it? Tell me which one is your favorite from this line. I very much look forward to seeing all of your comments on this. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fragrance related content. And I will see you guys next time.